What's up, guys? Hopefully, everyone had a great Thanksgiving. It is now December of 2025, and it is almost over. So let's finish strong. But today, I wanted to talk about whose responsibility is it to know the value of their cards, whether it be singles, slabs, sealed product, whatever it may be. And I also want to get your perspective on the morality of some of these situations as a card shop owner and as a seller to the card shops. So let's get into it. I've been talking to a couple card shop owners, managers around the area, and just getting their thoughts and perspectives on what situations might happen. And I know some of these situations are going to come up, and I honestly don't know how to deal with it. So I'm going to go through a couple scenarios, and I would love to hear your thoughts on whether it's morally correct, incorrect, what you would do in each situation. So scenario number one: a parent comes with their kid's Pokemon collection, right? Single cards, slabs, just a binder full of their collection. Their kids went off to college, they don't care about it anymore. Their parents just came to your shop and wanted to sell the cards. You look through, it's pretty decent stuff, right? Maybe let's just say the value was like $1,000, vintage hollows, whatever it may be, $1,000 for the whole binder is the true market value, right? You ask the parent, hey, how much do you want for this entire collection? We're interested in buying. The parent says, I don't know. It's my kid's collection. I don't really know the value of this stuff. I have no idea what it's worth. I just want to get your perspectives. I just don't know how much this is worth. Now, is it your responsibility as the card shop owner or buyer or vendor to tell the parent, yeah, this is about $1,000. I'll give you our usual buy rate, 80%, 85%. So we'll give you 85% cash, whatever trade, but sorry, probably not trade in this situation, but 85%, 80% cash. I'll give you $800 for the binder. Or would you go ahead and say, yeah, this binder is worth about $500. We usually, buy things. It's old stuff, old cards. Not many people want it. I'll give you $200 for it, right? Now, in each scenario, the parent would most likely agree because they don't know how much it's worth, right? If you offer $800 or $500, $200, whatever it may be, they'll probably just, okay, yeah, that seems good for a couple of cards. I'll take it, and then that's the end of that. What would you do? Because just talking to other, as I said, managers and vendors even, a lot of people, some people don't know the value of their product and are hoping for the vendor to tell them the accurate value of the product. So is it up to the vendor or buyer to do the research for you and give you a fair offer for your product? Or is it up to the seller to do that research beforehand and come up with a number themselves, right? Because I have read some reviews on other car shops in the area. Some that stood out to me were they offered me this much for my collection. We both agreed to the number. Later found out it was worth a lot more. They're scammers. Well, are they scammers, or did you just not do your research, right? So whose responsibility is it to know the value of the product? Because to me, if both of you guys agree to a price, come up with a number, shake hands, get paid out, everyone's happy, and you later find out that XYZ is worth more or less, whatever it may be, then that's not really, that's not really scamming. It's just shady. I don't know. I really don't know how you guys' thoughts on this are. So I would love to know your perspective. So that's scenario number one. Scenario number two, a person comes in with 5 $200 cards. Let's just use that $1,000 baseline as the examples for these scenarios. He walks up, says, hey, I have these 5 cards. I want $400 for all of them. You look at it, as the buyer that these are, fairly valuable hits, right? It's $1,000 in market value. You start to ask questions. You're like, hey, did you pull these yourself? He's like, no, not really. I just found them. Okay, what's your favorite Pokemon? Charizard, whatever. So you start to get the sense that these cards may or may not have been stolen. You can't conclude that these are stolen, and you can't conclude that these aren't stolen, right? You just know that the seller is a little bit sketchy. They don't know much about Pokemon, but somehow they have their hands on $1,000 worth of Pokemon cards. Do you as the buyer still buy these cards at $400, 40% market value? And then you can obviously turn around and make some money off of it. Or do you just say no to the deal? It's too sketchy. I don't know where these came from. And the person that I'm dealing with is, let's just say a little sketchy. So what would you do in that situation, right? Because it could go both ways. Maybe they just don't know about Pokemon. Their friends are asking them to sell it for him, and you just unknowingly buy the good cards at a good deal, and then you as the business, make the money. Or are you kind of knowingly, part of you knows that these might be stolen, these cars might be stolen, and you still buy them because it's a business decision, right? So again, what would you do? And then one final example, and I know this has happened before. So let's just say a thief steals a slab or a single from store, vendor, whoever. They come to your shop. They know about Pokemon. They say, "Hey, I want to sell this $1,000 card, $1,000 slab." It's like, oh, "Okay, give you 80%." You know, they know what they're talking about. You ask the right questions. They seem to know about Pokemon, everything like that, and everything checks off, right? So you buy the card at whatever your buy rate is, 80%. You pay the guy $800 for the stolen card or slab. Later on, someone comes in, or I guess the owner comes in. He's like, "Hey, that card, that just got stolen off of me a couple weeks ago. I know it's mine because of XYZ. The cert number of the PSA slab, let's just say it has a damage on the back that I know. Here are the pictures of what I have, like to prove that this was mine originally." Who takes the loss in that situation? Do you, as the card shop owner or buyer, give the card back to the original owner for free? Or does the person that got it stolen from have to pay for the card that was originally theirs, right? So it's kind of like, who takes the loss in that situation? Do you, as the buyer? I mean, it's $800 we're talking about now. This is not like $20. This is not a small number. $800, do you take that loss as the buyer, as the card shop owner? Or does the original owner take that loss and, hey, I want to buy it back. Let's make a fair deal about it. But you as the seller still know that, hey, I unknowingly bought this stolen product and now the original owner is here asking for it back. So those are my 3 situations that I wanted to get your thoughts on. If possible, please, I would love to know different perspectives on each scenario. I just know that opening up a physical brick and mortar, I will probably have to deal with a lot of this stuff, and I want to find the best way to handle it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Have a great rest of, this year. See you guys.